every second. There we go.
Here we go.
Alright.
And they're off. And our normal Cirrus station.
So it's already with a kind of different strat, starting with a Moonfall there in the first room of Ceres, fortunately missing it. That Moonfall strat saves a few frames, so if it just spin jumping down like Sloaters did, it's kind of easy to mess up though.
Yeah, and in fact, Sloaters has not implemented the Moonfall into his runs yet.
Right, because I don't know, I'm not going to make that pun, that's too easy. I'm not going to make the Sloaters pun. Maybe later, who knows.
And once again, the runners just damage themselves down so they can get out of here.
Actually, a little bit of pickup on Sloater's side with Ceres, certainly. You can see the nerfs there playing in for both of these runners at the start. Thank you, Cheaty Face. I appreciate that.
Both getting trolled by the same little bit of debris there.
And we got a 46.50 and a 44.89. Both really good times. So slightly ahead after Ceres Station. And we're off to a really good start. Zoast, that does not roll fluently.
No, it really doesn't. Nice idea, though.
Yeah, I appreciate the creativity in chat. That's exactly what we need in this kind of race. But there you go, Behemoth. That's the ultimate version. Alright. Now, onto the planet Zevis. We're going to have, yet again, a slight deviation in terms of strats. Those playing with Moonwalk, Sloaters doesn't. We're going to have a first mini Moonfall here in Parlor again. Kind of easy to pull off, like kind of hard to save time with it. It's only a few frames here. The real big one is going to be here in the climb. The most time-saving Moonfall in the entire run. Right here. Gonna save.
Gets it, no problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna save a few good seconds over Sloaters here. Both hunters with a nice pitless reverse Mother Brain Room, old Mother Brain Room. Zoast does not win because this is not a Morphball RTA run. Morphball RTA will be the next tournament, though, so get hyped for a lot of Ceres station.
I mean, no doubt, Zoast is the favorite, but he's still got to earn it.
Right. I mean, this any percent on this level is pretty brutal. There's lots of death and failure everywhere.
Especially in New Route.
Yeah. Alright, so far, movement was kind of on the easy side. Now we're coming up on the more technical part. Got Reverse Mother Brain Room, which has a pretty nifty damage boost that I think Zoast is going to go for. Yeah, there we go. Gets it. That one is really hard to pull off. Saves a good second, though. Sloaters also with really nice damage boost there. Now the climb. I'm going to go for optimal ledge grabs and shots upwards to kill these guys.
Both with absolutely beautiful wall jump climbs.
Yeah. Zo's doing a really good job there. That shot at the top, plus wall jumps to the sides, really clean. Sloaters just making his way through Parlor. Now Zo's coming up on Bomb Teresa. And a 442 bombs. That is really good.
That is really good. 448, so, not much worse from Sloaters.
Yeah, this is yeah. We're playing a top tier level here.
Absolutely. Both runners at full energy, so they should be able to get the maximum amount of ammo to finish this off very quickly.
Yeah, so it's with a clean one cycle here, no extra farms. Sloaters also able to spread the drops really nicely. Gets a clean one cycle as well. The normal estimate for like your average runner would probably be around a bit less than an hour. For these runners, we're expecting times around the 45-minute mark.
And being that we're doing a new route here, we're going to see zoasty go ahead and missile these space pirates, so it's not to waste any energy. Takes a little bit longer than running right through them and damage boosting, but the runners want to save as much energy as they can for that phantoon fight with no suits and only one E-tank.
Yeah, especially if you get unlucky and you have to wait out extra farm cycles. We saw for Zoast, the second one didn't drop anything, so you had to wait a little bit extra for the third one. Sloaters got the second drop immediately, so a little bit of a time save there. Minor RNG aspect.
And what I consider the most important mock ball, the one that lets us get our early supers and skip spore spawn. Used in just about every route.
Yeah, Zill's got a really nice damage boost at the top there. That one's really tricky to pull off, especially the way he did it, because it's not only tight. Sloaters also got it, but you also have to do it kind of blind, because the actual damage boost is when Samus is still off screen. But both getting it really nicely. The main thing, and the reason why we don't damage through the pirates after Terminator, but rather missile them, is because we really want to maintain as much health as possible coming up onto the wrecked ship and Phantoon. So a lot is health preservation. Whenever you see these guys taking damage, it's going to be intentional to save at least the slightest bit of time. You're going to see stuff like farming enemies on the fly, like that Ryu there, while bombing the blocks, just to get every single missile or health drop you can get at this point.
And they pick up their all-important charge beam, which allows us to not have to pick up very much ammo at all.
Yeah, this is not an underflow category. Arguably, that it's for good reason. So charge beam is in fact very important. Pretty technical room for Zoast now. Red tower. Get a little hero shot at the top here, which can be kind of tricky, especially the way he did it, where you shoot the shot on the right side of the Ripper rather than the left side, which is a little bit faster, but also pretty tricky to pull off. We see Sloaters taking a little bit more time, also getting a nice hero shot, and both getting up first try. These wall jumps are not the easiest thing to do.
No, not easy at all. Very nice D-boost out of the power, into and out of the power bombs room by Zoast. Same with Sloaters. I'll see the out one in just a second. Zoast laying that power bomb so he doesn't have to worry about opening the door on his way back down.
A little thing to notice here is Zoast farmed both of these cactacs. There's an option that you can do where you only farm the top one and skip the bottom one, but with that extra big health refill, just a minor safety strat, getting up a little bit more health. And now we're coming up on the first big roadblock of any percent new route. We got the moat. Two options to do that: either a double frame and frame perfect jump to do, which Zoast is setting up for right now, or if you miss that, you can go for a really precise bomb jump. Zoast got
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, that first jump is frame perfect. The second jump has 2-frame window, and he gets that. Very nicely done. Fastest way to traverse this room. Sloaters also got the first frame perfect jump. So now the second jump again has a 2-frame window, really nice visual cue too, and he also gets it.
Zoast gets a CWJ, but then messes up in the ocean. These jumps are not super easy. It's a little bit easier without the high jump boots to do those jumps, but certainly easier than the CWJ, so gives floaters a little bit of a chance to catch up.
I think a lot of people would actually disagree on that, including myself. I
Oh,
personally think CWJ is easier than these ocean jumps. Like, these ocean jumps can be impossible sometimes, but CWJ sometimes feels completely free. But yeah. Sloaters definitely caught up on Zos there a little bit, just by these hiccups at the ocean. And now I feel like it's going to come down to Phantoon RNG.
Let's see what Phantoon has for us.
Can give 3 different patterns: slow, mid, fast, either right or left side. And that can be a pretty big time difference. There's some more RNG involved that hopefully shouldn't matter, but we'll see about that. Optimally, we're going to aim for a 2-round Doppler. So starting off here with a mid, getting a first good Doppler in. And Zoast here with a mid fast. Second round wasn't quite good enough for the 2-round though. Gonna go for a 3rd round. Sloaters here starting off with a slow.
Looks like that 3rd round's gonna be a slow, just to troll you. Yeah. There we go. That should do it for Zoast.
And Sloaters gets the 2-round.
Getting that 2-round.
Very nicely done. So there you go.
Look at how much closer this race is now.
Yeah, so Sloaters with a slow mid 2-round, catching up onto Zoast with the fast mid slow 3-round.
Okay, both looking good with ammo and energy going up to the attic. Here they'll get their last super missile pack.
Yeah, super is looking good for both runners. The thing that's kind of concerning is Sloaters' power bomb count. He will have to use 1 more power bomb in the attic, and then he's at 0. Preferably, you want to have a few leaving the wrecked ship. Zoast isn't at an optimal count really. He doesn't have to worry about anything, but Sloaters will have to hope for a few drops of power bombs just to make the upcoming areas a little bit more fast and optimal. Really nice attic from Zoast.
Yep.
Sloaters following up.
And that energy looking really good. He's about to go into that spike room where ideally you're only going to take 2 hits from the spike of 60 damage each. But just in case he gets that 3rd damage, he'll have enough to survive. Sloaters as well.
If Sloaters is really lucky, he's going to get a power bomb drop in this next room. That's not super likely to happen, but it can happen. But yeah, it doesn't get one. So there are 2 power bombs coming up that you would immediately use, basically. 1 to open the glass tube entering Meridia, and 1 in the pre-high jump boots room. And those both speed up the things a little bit. Zoast again is obviously fine. Sloaters doesn't have any power bombs at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah.
Both doing a very nice job, getting only 2 hits through the spike room. Now they get to take a little bit of a break.
And let's hope nobody runs through gravity suit.
Oh, don't even think that. You and I saw that in a race, so...
Alright, they both actually collect gravity suit. Very nicely done. Just at the 14-minute mark, really, really good times.
So as close as they are, I can pretty much guarantee that Zoast is definitely not going to do the safety route. He had talked about wanting to be about 30 seconds ahead to actually do crate before Ridley, and he's maybe 2 seconds ahead. So maybe 3. He's taking a little bit more of a lead.
Gets 1 power bomb.
Yep, nice. That'll help.
So it's probably gonna farm the cactac here. Both cactacs, yeah. Getting the super count up a little bit. Sloaters here, who's already at 8 supers, is gonna skip the farm. Nice little time save over Zoast, now at the same super missile count.
So if he doesn't pick up a power bomb, another power bomb, he could either choose to wait to open the tube, or use the normal any percent strats in the high jump room.
Yeah, thankfully this
Oh,
bomb here at the B-Tom is
That's
really
pretty much
fast to
guaranteed.
get.
And pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, right. And the tube jump really does save a decent amount of time. You really want to get that. Same for the pre-high jump boot strats, specifically since in Murat you don't need the extra missile pack from the pre-high jump boot stream, so you really want to have 2 at this point, but with a little bit of RNG, you can really get around that.
And both runners picking up the Spazer Beam, because by the time Plasma's available, it's not going to be enough of a time save to go that far out of the way. So they want the extra damage output of the Spazer. You're not going to get Plasma before Ridley in this route, so definitely need that extra output. The difference between a Charge Ice Wave Spazer or Charge Ice Wave is 60 versus, I want to say, 100. So that's quite the difference.
Oh yeah, it's a really big difference. Oh, I was thinking there for a second if Slotus would do great now because he pre-selected his supers, but gonna just see a down back strat here from Sloaters. Not gonna farm any of the Novas here. And the sync is real for these runners. 16 minutes in.
About 2/3 of a fanfare apart right now. As Zos leaving those high jump boots just as Sloater starts picking them up.
Yeah, gonna see them damage boost through the Nova, laying the power bomb to kill the Nova and open the door. Collecting Ice Beam now. Gonna be... picking up Ice Beam itself would be faster to do it later once you have Speed Booster. But overall it still saves time picking it up now. Just to have it. Yeah,
even though Ice Beam is the least amount of damage of all the beams, it's still enough of a difference that you want to pick it up before you fight Ridley. Also, question for you, Ponk. Sometimes we see runners go Ice Beam and then high jump boots, and sometimes we see high jump boots then Ice Beam. How much of a difference is there there? If any.
There is a difference. I had a number in my head at some point. I think it's like 2 seconds. The thing is that if you go out early, if you go out this way, since you need to go through Cathedral now, it aligns you through a really nice setup to just jump through this room, like Zo's just did. And it perfectly fixes the door transition too. 7 seconds, there we go. And it's just like this transition alone makes it worth it, in my opinion. Oh, so this was a little bit of a hiccup there. Usually you see people do what Sloaters did there, shooting 1 beam shot and then a missile to kill these guys off. They all also have like a really high chance of dropping power bombs, and you still want to have some of these power bombs with low and norfair coming up.
Yeah, Zos with more missiles right now, but identical supers and power bomb count. Well, near identical.
Yeah, the missile count won't matter too much.
No.
The super missile count and the power bomb count is the real deal here. That will cost time while farming. Yeah, this is best of 1. So now we got Speed Booster, obviously an important item. We're gonna see, especially in Murat, we're gonna see a ton of gold strats with Speed Booster. In low and norfair that you don't see in old route. Really looking forward to those.
It is a speed run, so you gotta have Speed Booster for it.
Well, that's also true. So yeah, let's see how often those farms here. And for 3 farms, 15, 8, and 1.
Still a bit low on those. Still a bit low on those power bombs.
Ah, nice. Slow is getting, oh yeah, Slow is getting up to full, 1 extra farm, but that's alright. Really good super count now. Best of 7, oh my god.
we'll save that for the World Series. Thank you.
Alright.
Both runners picking up the wave missiles.
Yeah. If
No
you were to
surprise there.
play it completely optimal, you would skip these missiles and play it with only 15 missiles max, but in a race setting, I mean, it's kind of a thing. Like, they are at the level where you could argue for actually skipping those because we are talking about such a high level of play. But then again, these missiles cost so little time to pick up.
Yeah, it's not even the
they
full
save you time later. And you have a way safer Mother Brain one, so like there's not a whole lot to argue for skipping them in a race setting like this.
Yeah, it's not even the full 7-second fanfare, since you have to do a little bit of a dance just to avoid them.
Yeah, plus it saves you time in the Ridley fight. It can even save you time in the Dragon fights. It's just like they're really just don't skip these anyways.
And I'll point out what I call the other forgotten highway as we go backwards through the vanilla way of getting, not even vanilla speed running, but vanilla casual run way of getting to lower Norfair, or getting to the Bubble Mountain.
So
very
really
nice spark.
Lava spark. Let's see
Sloaters
if
going for
Sloaters can follow up. Not getting it. And this is actually kind of dangerous, having Crate not done yet, is this gravity jump here, since you take a lot more damage in this section here.
Yeah, that's one of the safeties that doing Crate early gives you, is that having that Various suit in that part of the in the gravity jump there.
And a minor difference you may not have even noticed is zoasty paused before the elevator to unequip Ice Beam and Spazer. That will allow him to do X Factors at the start of the Ridley fight, which have a way higher damage output than his Charge Beam, but obviously costs the time to unequip it, and also costs time to farm Power Bombs before the Ridley fight. Sloaters, on the other hand, did not do that extra pause, at least, well, he did an extra pause but didn't unequip the beams because he's not going for the Charge Beam strats. And it's argued that, like, I heard numbers on both, arguing for both. I want to say both strats are about equally fast. Just because the extra farming you have to do for the power bombs if you do X Factor strats, but then you have the higher damage output. Plus the extra pause, so it's like... Oh, okay, so this is kind of bad. Those here going for a short charge. Ideally with that strat you want to clear out the first two key hunters, not only to clear out the entire path to get it through here safely, but also to reduce lag. And Zo's got an extra key hunter team here, and that's kind of bad. Sloaters gets the short charge, also misses it the same way actually.
Yep.
So both only clearing out one. Let's see if Sloaters can at least avoid the extra key hunter hit. He can, alright, so that's nice. That's really important though, he had less health than Zo's to begin with. So both kind of low on health now.
So to go back to those X Factors, zoasty, typically you'll see him do 4 X Factors to start out the Ridley fight, so he's going to want a few more power bombs than he has right now.
Yeah, thankfully there are Violas right in front of the Ridley room. Again, it does cost you a decent amount of time farming these over just doing the optimal strat right through the room. But yeah. So there you go, doing a little bit of extra farming, just taking his time, getting up a nice powerbomb count, and then entering the fight, even getting full supers before the fight. And opening up with these X Factors. The first one is basically free. See if you can land the second one nicely. Gets that one as well. Can land the third one, and let's see the fourth one. There you go. Gets 4-pack particles in on all 4 X Factors. That's
yeah. You don't
8
see
super missiles worth of damage.
Yeah.
So that's quite a lot.
You don't see too many runners go for that many of the X Factors. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, and Behemoth will correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe he used those in his world record run, so that kind of gives you an idea.
Uses charge beams.
Yep. But we did see in Zo's last race versus Row Battalion, we actually saw both runners get the 4 X Factor start with Ridley, which was pretty darn cool.
Yeah, the thing with Charge Beam versus X Factors, it's since neither of the strats really saves you time, it's such a preference thing about like what are you more comfortable with. So those got a really basically perfect Ridley fight. Like that was really, really good. Sloaters here still in the middle of it.
No surprise, he skips the Ridley E-Tank.
Yeah, has really good health after this fight. No real reason for him to pick it up.
And he knows Sloaters is right on his tail, so he's not gonna take those extra safeties.
good power bomb count. Supers, I guess, could be better, but it doesn't really matter since after the crate fight, you're going to be kind of normalized on super count anyways.
Yeah, we still have mini crate to refill on supers.
Yeah, twice actually.
Yep.
Alright, and so this is also done. I really like how he played that, going for the claw jump. Notice he doesn't quite get it and goes for Rebecca. That was really clean, not taking any extra hits there. So those were really nice wasteland. That strat is pretty hard. And Sloater's also looking good. So also skipping it. The Ridley tank.
Again, no surprise.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's got an extra hit in there, in the red key shaft. Usually with the manip, you can avoid all these hits altogether, so you usually don't want to take an extra hit in here there. There's one more honestly probably the most dangerous room in this entire route, unless you talk about boss rooms, is this room here that Zos is in right now. The Three Musketeers. Gonna see. Can take 2 hits without dying.
It's the game. I swear it's the game saying to you, not so fast, my friend. One last little obstacle before we're letting you out.
Yeah, but he gets through nicely.
Just the 1 hit. He's still fine.
Yeah. That room can be really, really scary. Alright. Sloater's looking really good. Clean room so far, didn't get hit there. Now also coming up on Three Musketeers shortly, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, his energy count's quite a bit better for this.
I mean, not to mention that both of these runners are also really excellent at low percent, so they are familiar with this kind of dodge movement at the red key runners, even though it's a little bit different in low percent, but still the concept is similar. And we okay, this is fine. Calm down, everyone.
And he makes it through.
I don't even know why you get all so excited. This is Sloaters we're talking about. This is fine.
Sloater's just trying to make it exciting for us, that's all.
Yeah. No, but really props to him. Like, this is one of these rooms that the longer you are inside them, it gets worse. And being able to clutch something out like that, like more or less just intuitively, is like that's skill right there. That's not just learning movement and like trying to just burn it into your muscle memory. That's just knowing the game and being good at it, and there's a big difference between the two. So really props to Sloaters for saving that out.
Okay, and Zos going into Kraid. See if you can get that quick kill.
I would really be surprised. Let's face it. I would be surprised if either of these misses it at this point.
Oh no, that would be quite a surprise.
Yes.
And there we go.
Zos, of course, getting it with the optimal strat.
Picking up that all-important Varia suit. A reminder that we need to pick up Varia, because the one thing it does that gravity doesn't do is protects against the rainbow beam. 3 tanks of energy instead of 6. Otherwise, we'd have to pick up an extra 3 tanks of energy, and that would definitely not be faster.
I mean, I'd like 6 tanks in this run. That would make this a little bit more relaxing.
Yeah, but not faster. This is interesting.
Oh, what? Okay, I'm
picking up that extra tank. I'm a little surprised here.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that, honestly. I would, like, especially at this point, this health isn't terrible for what's coming up. But I mean, all right, that is a safety E tank, and Death to Dragon is a thing.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times. Although I wouldn't expect to see it from these guys.
I mean, I would have definitely understand a Ridley E tank more than this one, but I mean that's fair. I honestly want to say Sloaters will skip it.
Oh no, he's behind. I think he'll definitely skip it.
I mean, I'm not even sure if Sloaters watches the stream.
Oh, I suspect he's watching. We're listening. Oh, he hasn't typed in chat yet today, so I don't know. Maybe
I
not this
mean,
time.
at this level, honestly, I mean, when you have to focus this much
No,
on
you have a point.
playing out your absolute best, I'm not sure if you have time watching the stream. Alright, so this was a really nice one-round phantoon here. Oh my god, these super is really nice. That's
Yeah,
a
you
good ammo
might
count.
you might skip this E-tank now that he's got full energy here.
I mean, that's an option, but nope, he's getting it.
Nope, he's getting it. Okay.
Going for tank, alright.
I've seen him
Playing it
skip
safe.
it. Yeah, I've seen him skip it before. Not this time.
Let's see if sloaters can follow up on that one-round phantoon. So it's gonna go for full halfy now. Let's see, clean ledge grab. And gets the full halfy.
Very nice.
And now this is, I want to say this is going to be the thing that will decide this race, is the Dragon fight. This can and has made and broken world records, runs, PB paces for an eternity. If Zoast messes up this Dragon fight in some kind of fashion and Sloaters gets an optimal 2 in blue, this is going to be huge. Not even talking about stuff like chain damage, obviously, just like stuff like swoop RNG or messing up a few of these sparks can really make this fight super lengthy. So let's see, Zoast gets the X Factor and a really nice spark. That was basically perfect first round.
Yeah, if any of you saw the Krauser Shiny Zenny race, it was actually the Dragon fight that changed that race.
And there we go.
But Zoast having a
fight.
very nice Dragon fight there.
Yeah, that was perfect. Even gets the spark suit. That was just a perfect fight. And really good ammo too. Like that's nice.
So you'll also notice Zoasty skipping the space jump. Completely unnecessary since he's got the spike suit. But even if he didn't have that, it'd be only the one room Coliseum that would actually help him with his space jump is actually useful at this point.
Yeah, that would
lower
be
norfair being done.
Yeah, that would be like 1 or 2 rooms where it would save a little bit of time, but just 2 extra door transitions plus the item fanfare makes it just not worth it.
Exactly.
Alright, Sloaters. Really good first round too. Let's see, can he finish this off? Gets a swoop here. Alright. It's gonna go for a free spark apparently. Free spark 2 round. There we go. Nicely done.
Very nice.
Goes for the spark suit. A little bit of trouble setting it up. Oh, and gets the bad frame. Misses the blue suit. Doesn't have a spark suit now, so he'll have to play Coliseum a lot slower. That's a decent time loss right there. And we are at the final boss, so at this point, every time lost is time that's going to be really hard to catch up.
So super count's a little bit lower than he'd probably like going into Torian, but I still don't think he's going to stop at the ship.
Nah, I don't. I mean, maybe he watches the stream and wants to play it super safe, but he has enough health to group the Metroids really nicely too. I don't really see his ship refill at this point.
Honestly, I don't think I've seen a ship refill since at least pre-round of 32. Certainly not, or possibly not even since the group stage.
There you go. Skipping right past it. Ah, that was beautiful power.
That was nice.
That strat is really hard with the blue keep like that, getting the bounce ball like that. Alright.
Frankly, my favorite speed booster strats are the ones that don't involve the actual shine sparking, so love those.
Yeah, there are some really good ones. That one, Soft Poops, is also a good one.
And Zo's just sitting around waiting for the G4 cutscene.
42 pace. Really not bad. Sick time. I mean, who knows? Maybe Slotus will go for Slope Spark. If he can hear us, maybe that's what he's gonna do. Gonna do the infamous speed booster baby skip. No, he's even gonna go. He's gonna go for stand up. Stand up with the Slope Spark. Call me, quote me. That's gonna be what's happening. Alright, and so it's yet again doing one of these re-equips here. Obviously want those beams for the endgame now. Little thing is, if you pause on downwards elevator specifically, it cuts out a little bit of the scrolling. So by pausing on an elevator and doing this equip, you save like, I think around 40 frames. It's a nice little time save. So yeah, Zo's going for that grouping strat as predicted. Oh, not as much. Oh, not as many supers as you probably would have hoped for.
Not great drops there.
Let's see what room 2 has to offer here. Free supers.
It's a little better.
I still think we're gonna see grouping strats in room 3. Yeah, there we go. Going up.
Oh,
Right,
there
we
we go. Now he's good.
Yeah, perfect drops.
Sloaters, meanwhile, also waiting through his G4 cutscene. Ah, there we go. There he's in chat.
Yeah.
He just can't resist.
Yeah, it's only on downward elevators, not on upward elevators.
Actually, I didn't know that either, so.
Alright, so it's now coming up on the baby skin. Doing one extra jump there. Really good baby skip. Nicely done. Sloater is already at 10 supers after the first
Wow. Wow, that's drop.
Yeah. Getting a little bit trolled by the Metroid here, but holy moly, yeah, those were some drops. But yeah, Slotus can just YOLO room 3 now. Doesn't have to group any of the Metroids. Zo's here with a really nice down backstep skip, doing this optimally. And Slotus also at full ammo now. Oh, that turret.
This is why you picked that extra missile tank.
The nice thing is it got right through the missiles, it didn't even absorb a shot. That was a nice thing. Alright, Sloaters now also coming up on the baby skip as Zeus is starting Mother Brain phase 2, 60 charge shots. Zeus can actually take a catch-up hit here, since he got that extra tank. It cannot double hit, it cannot triple hit, but he can take a single catch-up hit, if he has to, so... I want to say Zeus is fine here on this fight, as long as he focuses. I mean, again, both of these runners have their low percent experience, so that should hopefully not be an issue. And Sloater is also a really nice baby skip.
Yep, we'll know he's gotten to the 46 shot when the catch-up beams start. This catch-up starts right after the first shot after you damage Mother Brain 2 down by 3/4. Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
Talking English, you know.
Imagine that, a mix of Mother Brain and Phantoon. Mother Brain 2. Someone get the ROM hackers onto that. I want to see that in the next big ROM hack.
Okay, right. Get into that catch-up beam.
And so this should be done, yeah. There you go. Finishing off Mother Brain 2.
Carefully damaging yourself down.
Yeah, just to avoid any extra attacks after the initial rainbow beam to initiate the baby as quickly as possible.
Now Sloaters can't take a catch-up beam.
Yeah, if Sloaters takes a catch-up beam, he does. But I know Sloaters, he's a good player.
He's more than capable of doing this fight.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do 300 charge shots without high jump boots, you can do 60 charge shots with high jump boots.
Absolutely.
But it's not... I'm not sure that the floaters ever do low speed. I know he did low ice.
But even low ice, that's 200 shots, so...
Well, yeah, that's still a lot.
That's still a lot of
For
shots.
sure. But yeah, he's already in the catch-up phase, doing a great job, damage this fight. Really nicely done by Sloaters here. Great job. Pulling off the free tank run that Zoast didn't deliver. gotta just point that out right here. And just as the baby dies on Zoast's screen, baby coming in on Sloater's screen. So we are exactly one baby cutscene apart right now. You know, Sloaters, I may have not sent you the updated version of the script. I may have sent you the outdated version where you won this race. I'm sorry. I kind of lost track midway through the tournament.
I'll take this time also to remind everybody to go ahead and follow these runners. Both very good runners. Both very good follows.
And excellent personalities.
Absolutely.
In case you're into that kind of stuff.
And I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes listen to Zoast's music stream in my car while I'm driving. Don't look at chat though when I do that. That would not be advisable.
Yeah, Tracy is a responsible driver.
Yep, I try.
But yeah, you should definitely check out that Sloater stream, because I heard there's a cool puzzle coming up that I may or may not cooperate in. It may or may not be Puzzle 69, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, Sloater's just starting Mother Brain free. And now zoasty almost at the end of the escape. Just one more thing that could go wrong here. The Behemoth Spark. Should be able to nail this though. And there you go.
And Sloater's finishing up Mother Brain 3. No problem there.
And so it's gonna look like he's gonna finish with a mid 42. And there you go, Zoast finishing first place with an official SRL race time of 42:33.
Yeah, GG to Zoast.
Moving on into semifinals.
Or again, he will face the winner of Oats and Goats versus Jack. Jack 879, which will be played on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Sloaters is doesn't look like he'll be too far behind his PB pace, so this might be a race PB if nothing else.
Yeah, Sloaters mentions he was like only plus 13 seconds at Dragon, only because of Spike Suit. So really great time, honestly, being able to be this close to your PB in a race setting like this. Really great job. And alright, there we got Sloaters finishing second place with a time of 43:48. About a minute behind Zoast. GG to Sloaters.
Absolutely GG. Heck of a run. That's only 11 seconds behind his PB pace, done in a race. That's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we're gonna have some post-game interviews here in just a second.
Awesome.
Oh, I gotta get my commentary hat on for that. Alright. Alright, and there we go, we got Zoast here with us for a post-game interview. Zoast, GG, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Semifinals.
Yeah, we made it.
So, how are you
I could have
feeling after this
definitely
race?
lost this one for sure. I mean, I could have lost any of them. Just with this game, you make one big mistake and you die. You're out. It's done. What was the question? I'm sorry.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I just woke up 30 minutes before the race, so.
Oh wow! Yeah, well, that was a good run for that. That was.
That was a. It's good you woke
Well-
up. We heard about your last group match.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There we go. We also got
Well-
sloaters27 here. GG sloaters on second place.
Yeah, nice job, Sloaters.
Thank you. And
GG, man.
Host, of course.
So
Good
Sloaters, looks like you got only 11 seconds off your PB. That's really cool in a race setting.
Yeah, definitely. It started off really well, and there's a couple little things in lower norfair that cost me some time, but like I really didn't lose any time after that, which is pretty crazy.
Do you have any thoughts about Spike Suit?
Heck, spike suit.
What happened with
Alright.
Spike Suit?
I got the bad frame, and so I lost my
Oh.
blue suit. I don't know how much time it is, like not having a blue suit there versus having one, but I'm pretty sure I would have PB'd if I got a spike suit.
I think it'd been real close. I think it's like 12 or 13 seconds, maybe. Something like that for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of a bummer, but at the same time, I'm pretty happy to put up a 43 in a race
Yeah.
setting, so I can't really
Absolutely.
complain.
Getting so close to your PB is definitely absolutely respectable. I mean, you were really close this entire time, especially after the Phantoon fight. So with the free round, after you pulled off that amazing 2-round, like basically in sync again.
Mm-hmm.
Really good race.
And we were within like 5 seconds for like all Rick's ship in Upper Norfair that I saw, pretty much.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
So a question for Zoast, since a lot of people mentioned that in chat. Why the Crate tank rather than the Ridley tank?
I didn't really think about picking up the Ridley tank for some reason, and I was still calculating how far I was ahead. Like I was still looking at the screen and deciding. I don't think I really pulled that far ahead until after Ridley was over. Like I didn't realize I was that far ahead because I had like an almost perfect Ridley fight.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was
amazing.
Amazing.
Because you
saw
gotta
that.
be careful picking up extra stuff. Because what happens if you miss baby skip and the other person doesn't? That's like 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Right.
So you gotta really be careful doing stuff like that. So I just figured by the time I got the crate, I figured it was safe enough to where I could pick up an extra E-Tank.
All right. Well, nice seeing that strategical play. Sloaters, congrats on pulling off a free tank run. Definitely very respectable.
Yeah, I was feeling really confident after Ridley. I was like, oh, I got so much health, and then I didn't get hit by any key hunters in that first room. I was like, oh, like there's no way I'm gonna die in Musketeers. And then,
Oh yeah.
You had us-
Musketeers.
You had us nervous in Three Musketeers. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
You had me nervous.
Honestly, props, like that room, improvising that like that, like that's really showing off true skill. Not like just knowing the manip and just pulling it off, but just like being able to freestyle that room is so sick. Like that was really cool. Big props for surviving that.
yeah, I don't think I could do that again if I tried though. That was something.
Okay,
Oh,
so Zos, you'll be facing the winner of Oats and Goats, someone you're very familiar with, in Jack879. What are your
Someone else
thoughts on
I'm really familiar with.
that? So what are your thoughts on that?
Heck, Jack.
agreed.
That's all my thoughts.
Well, we'll certainly be looking forward to watching that.
No, that'll be a really cool race. Jack's gotten really good at old route, but old route's obviously quite disadvantaged. So I haven't really watched him play in a while. I'm assuming he's still doing old route.
Yeah, last I
Yeah.
saw, he's still doing old round.
Yeah.
One of the
Oh,
best.
I mean, I think Oates last time in the last race was like a low 44. So
hmm
I mean, Jack could beat that with old route
Right.
if he does another run. I mean, obviously Oates could do like a 42. So or
Well,
even
Oates-
41.
Oats isn't even recently PB'd, so there's everything on the table.
Do what now?
Sorry?
Oh, what is the last thing you said?
Oats even recently PB'd, so. we
I didn't
should
see
have-
that.
Oh yeah,
That's
we should have a really close race, no matter the outcome. Well, anyways, those good luck for your future in this tournament. May see you back in even in the finals. And Sloaters, thank you so much for joining. Huge congrats on making it so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Into the quarters is awesome. Anything else either of you want to add?
Just thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commentating. Thanks for restreaming. All that. Thanks for racing. All that good stuff.
Yeah, congrats again, Zoast. I have you winning my bracket, so make me proud.
Thanks, man.
Most important to get those predictions right?
Yep.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us. Again, make sure to check out that those next Super Metroid matches. I don't know, Tracy, is anything else scheduled other than the Jack Oats and Goats match?
That one's scheduled, and we should soon, hopefully, we'll have a Galamaz versus Z-Music race scheduled. And then it'll be on to the semifinals. So keep an eye out. And as I say, keep an eye out on those local listings. So.
Yeah. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. For those of you who want to stay on Speed Gaming now, we got DKC All Stages tournament coming up. So that should be pretty fun. And you guys just have a great day, evening, whatever it is for you. And I'll talk to you later.
Stealing my thunder, huh?
That's all right. That's all right.
I'll still do it. It's become my sign off. So
all right.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be.
Later.